Hello, today I have a super fun video to show kind of a unique technique I discovered here the other day using toner reactive foil with the new solid hot foil plate from PinkFresh Studio. This just released here this past week, and it's designed to use with a GLIMMER hot foil machine and the normal hot foil and that you would use if you were just using like hot foil plates, and it's for reverse images. However, I found that I could use it with toner reactive foil and toner printed sheets. Super duper excited about this. I'm using a Suzy's fall card print from Simon Says Stamp. It is printed with toner ink. And then it's very, very important that you use the right foil for this. This is Deco foil, which is a toner reactive foil. You can't use the Spellbinders foil that's only designed to work with heat and pressure. It has to be the foil that's designed to work with toner ink like this. I also have some of the reverse sentiment strips that are also printed with toner ink that I'm going to be able to hot foil as well. So first things first, I'm going to use, again, that Deco foil, toner reactive foil. I'm going to set it on my hot foil plate. I've turned it on. I've set the timer on. I made sure it's good and hot. I actually set the plate on there while it preheated, gave it plenty of time to get hot. And then I'm going to go ahead and set the timer, and I'm going to put that right over the top there as it finishes heating. And as soon as my timer goes off, and I did this both ways. Sometimes I put it on and let it heat on there longer, sometimes not. I did leave the foil on to heat because I felt like getting that nice and hot helped. But I made sure that was lined up. I'm going to put my top plate on and run it through my Spellbinders Platinum, just like I normally would with using a hot foil plate. But I was super excited because I haven't had always great results using my Mink or a laminator, and especially these Suzy's doodles. They're really thick, and I found that thicker, harder textured, I just didn't have good luck running it through my Mink. But on this flat plate where it didn't have to bend and flex as much, look at how beautifully that worked. And I'll tilt it around so you can see. You have to get the right reflection there, but look at how that image is gold. And there's a few tiny little flecks and spots that aren't absolutely perfectly foiled, but they're so small that they're not hugely noticeable. And I was super excited to be able to get the foil on that watercolor print. And then I can watercolor over the top. And I did that a little later off camera to finish the card. But again, make sure that you use the correct toner foil and the toner printed panels like this, or whatever format that you're doing with the toner ink. This again is the reverse sentiment strips from Simon Says Stamp. This one is Magical Wishes. And I'm just going to put it on there. I'm setting my timer and letting it all preheat on there, set my top plate, and then run it through my machine. Most of these I went all the way through and back so that I just got the double opportunity for plenty of pressure and time for it to be on that heat. And I'm going nice and slow and smooth and steady so that it gets plenty of contact with the heat and the pressure there. All right, and here's that magical moment. Look at that sentiment, all hot foiled and ready to go. So excited. It made me so happy that I could do this. All right, so I have that ready to assemble that card. I'm going to watercolor and finish the card off camera, but I've got one more example I wanted to show you. Also just to kind of show you that the results might vary a little bit. Like that one print you notice, it worked quite perfectly. And then this is Suzy's Tropical Foliage watercolor prints. And I did the same thing on this one, same pressure. I definitely don't recommend using a shim. I felt like when I used a shim, I got oddly enough, some overfoiling. But this image even in particular, and I don't know if it's the way it's printed, I don't know if I had a little, I don't know, sticky residue, something on there possibly, but I did end up with a little bit of overfoiling around the edges. You'll see when I pull this off. So my image is great. It's just kind of along the sides there. So I went ahead and just fussy cut it out with scissors, and it worked perfectly well that way. So down in the bottom left corner there was a little bit kind of around the leaves there too. But again, fussy cutting this out with some scissors so I could still use it on my card front. And again, I went ahead and added watercolor to this off camera as well. I wanted this video to be a little more focused on just using the toner reactive ink with the GLIMMER and the solid hot foil plate. All right, there's another sentiment. This one is from Sunshine and Rainbows, the reverse sentiment strips from Simon Says Stamp. And it kind of stuck on there. It's a great way to use up your little scraps of foil. And again, there we go, magically hot foiled and ready to go for the card front. All right, and here is a little peek at the finished cards. They're super hard to photograph with all that foil and gold on them, so I wanted to show them off in the video, but I just watercolored that one and cut the panel down and mounted it. Same thing on that, I fussy cut, added a 3D embossing folder behind it, and a few little gold metallic pearls over the top. So again, very important, it has to be toner printed paired with the toner reactive ink. And this is that solid hot foil plate from PinkFresh Studio. And I used Deco foil for this. So again, make sure that they pair up. Don't use your normal Spellbinders hot foil, or you're really not gonna have any good results at all on that. All right, thanks so much for coming by today. I hope you enjoyed and that this maybe inspired you to try this solid hot foil plate out in a different way. Have a great day, everyone.